Hi, here I'm going to solve worksheet number 2.1, Angles and Congruence. Now I'm going to explain the examples. Name all angles that have R as a vertex. Now, what's the meaning of that has R as a vertex? Then we're going to first go and see what is R. Here is my R. This is my vertex. Then I have here 1, 2, 3, and 4 angles. I can call the first angle, angle 1. I can call the second angle, this is angle 2, and angle 3. I can call them like this by numbers because I put numbers inside them, okay? And I can still call them by letters. I can call them angle 1, which is S. The vertex is in the middle always, R, and then P. This is angle 1. It can be PRS2, okay? But R must be in the middle. R is the vertex. The vertex must be the middle letter. Now, angle 2 can be called PRQ, okay? Or QRP. It's the same, but R still must be the letter in the middle. It's the vertex. And angle 3 can be called TRQ or QRT with R, the vertex, in the middle. These are the two ways that I can call these angles or name these angles. I can't call any of them simply R because I don't know which does R mean. It can be this one, it can be that one, it can be this one, it can be this whole big one, okay? So I can't just call it R. Now, number 2. He wants me to name the sides of angle 1. Where is angle 1? We can see that angle 1 is here. The sides that have angle 1 between them, angle 1 looks like this, okay? We have here S and we have here P. And this is R and this is angle 1. Now, the two sides that form the angle are RS and RP. I can put my arrow like this. It's RS in this direction and it's RP in this direction. This was the first example. The second example, refer to the figure above. If the measure of angle MPN is 2x plus 14, we try to put our information in the figure. This is 2x plus 14. And the measure of NPR, which is this angle, is x plus 34. Find x and find the measure of NPR. And he wants the value of x. Now, the information that we know here, PN bisects angle MPR. This is given, okay? So, since it bisects the angle, then angle MPN equals angle NPR. Then I put the value of each angle. I have the first one is 2x plus 14 equals x plus 34. Okay, and I solve this equation. I move x to the other side of the equal sign to become negative x minus x. And I move the positive 14 to the other side to become negative 14. So 34 minus 14. This is equal to x equals 20. Now I got my x. I want to find the missing angle, which is angle NPR is equals to x plus 34. So it is equal to 20 because I got the x equals to 20 from here, plus 34, which is equal to 50. Here, exercise number 1. Use the figure to identify angles and parts of angles that satisfy each given condition. Number 1. What is another name for angle 2? Where is angle 2? This is angle 2. He gave me the name by a number. Then I must write the other name by 3 letters. Why 3 letters and not just a Z? because Z, it can mean this one, it can mean this one, it can mean this one and that one. I can't decide which one is concerned with Z. So I must call it by 3 letters. I put the vertex in the middle. The vertex of angle 2 is Z. I put Z in the middle. Before it, I put X, and after it, I put Y. I can do the opposite. It can be angle X, Z, Y with the vertex in the middle, and it can be also angle Y, Z, X with the vertex in the middle still. It can be called in these 2 ways, nothing more. Name the vertex of angle 3. Angle 3 is here. Its vertex 2 is Z. The vertex of angle 3 is Z. What is another name for angle 4? This is angle 4. We must mark everything on the drawing before we answer the questions to be more clear. Now, another name for angle 4, I can use 3 letters. I can't just call it Y because here I have 2 angles or maybe 3 angles having a vertex of Y. So I can't depend on the name of the vertex only. So I can call it, just put the vertex in the middle, which is Y, and then I call it X, Y, Z, or put still the vertex in the middle Y, and I call it Z, Y, X. I can call it either or. What is another name for angle Y, X, Z? Z. He wants a name for this angle. Now, he gave me here a number. I can just call it angle 1. Okay? Now, name the sides of angle 2. This is angle 2 again. The sides that compose angle 2 between them are Z, Y, and Z, X. Okay? I can't put any arrows here because they are limited. They are line segments. Then I can just put a line here and a line here. Okay? These are the lines or the sides that make the angle between them. I'm not concerned with any other side. I'm talking about angle 2. It means that I want this side and this side, which they form together, the vertex Z, and this Z includes angle 2. Example number 3. Refer to the figure. Name 2 adjacent angles. The meaning of adjacent angles are neighbor angles. Angles stuck together, having one common side and the same vertex. Okay, then adjacent angles must have 2 conditions, a common side and the same vertex. Now, there are many that we can begin by angle AGE, which is this angle. I have G in the middle, which is the vertex of the angle, and EGB. They have both the vertex in the middle, they have a common vertex here, and they have the common side, which is DE. But these 2 angles are adjacent angles. And by the way, they form a linear pair because they have 2 opposite rays here joining at vertex G, and they form together 180 degrees. Then this is a linear pair. Another one can be GEB and GEF. Okay? These 2 are adjacent angles. These 2 also are adjacent angles. This one and that one are adjacent angles. This and this are adjacent angles, and so on. Okay, now he wants the measure of angle GEB. This is GEB, this one. Okay, we know that GEB with GEF make a linear pair. The angle GEB plus GEF equals 180 degrees. They are a linear pair. One of them is known, which is DEF, is 104 plus GEB equals 180 degrees. So angle GEB equals 180 minus 104, which is equal to 76 degrees. Now, number 16. Find the value of each variable. Now, in order to solve this one, I have these two angles are vertical angles, so they are equal to each other. So I simply can write angle 3x plus 6 equals 54, okay? And then I solve this equation. Then 3x equals 54 minus 6, which is equal to 49. Then x is equal to, then here I'm going to move the 6 to the other side by a negative sign. So 3x equals 54 minus 6, which will be 48. And simply x, I divide both sides by 3, will give me 48 over 3. Then my x is equal to 16. Here, he wants to find x2, vertical angles. Then they are equal to each other. So 3x equals 2x plus 44. I solve this equation. I move 2 to the other side to become a negative 2x. So this will leave me with 3x minus 2x, which is x, equal to 44. Now, in the third one here, he wants x and y. First, we're going to bring my x. These two angles are vertical angles, then they are equal. Then 3x minus 16 equals 5x minus 110. I'm going to simply solve this equation. It's going to give me 2x equals 110 minus 16. All of this can be done quickly with the calculator. Okay, then this is equal to 94. Is equal to 2x, and x is equal to 47. Example 2. In the figure TP, I try to mark all of my given on the figure. TP and TS are opposite rays. TQ bisects angle RTP, RTP. But this bisects this great angle to give me two equal angles. Okay? If the measure of PTQ, the measure of this one is 12x plus 4. And the measure of RTQ is 15x minus 5. Find the measure of RTP. RTP. He wants this whole angle. Okay, now we begin to find our x first, to be able to find the measure of the great angle. Now, to find the x, I can put these two angles are equal to each other, as he told me in the given. Okay, then 12x plus 4 equals 15x minus 5. Then I move the 12x to the other side to be 15x minus 12x is equal to 3x. Equals, I move the 5 to the other side by a positive sign. It will be 4 plus 5 equals 9. Then I divide both sides by 3. Then my x is equal to 3. Now, I got the x. I want to find the whole angle. I can do just one step. I can substitute by the x equals 3 in any of these two equations, and then I multiply it by 2. Then I can write 12x plus 4, and I multiply this by 2, because they are both the same. 12 by 3 plus 4 by 2. This will give me 36 plus 4, which is 40, by 2, which is equal to h. But this whole angle is equal to 80 because each one of the small ones is equal to 40. In the figure, CJ and CR are opposite rays. These are two opposite rays. CP bisects angle NCW. This is CP. This angle is equal to that angle. And CL bisects angle JCN. This angle is equal to that angle. Okay? Now, number 7. If angle JCL is equal to 6x plus 3 and angle LCN is equal to 8x minus 13. Find the measure of angle JCL. JC, this angle. Now, since they are both the same, I'm going to write 6x plus 3 equals 8x minus 13. And I'm going to simply solve the equation to find the x first. Then I'm going to move the small one to the big one. So this will be 8x minus 6x, which will be 2x, equals 3 plus 13, which is 16. Then my x is equal to 8. He wants to find angle JCL. Angle JCL equals 6x plus 3. So this is equal to, this is angle, so this is equal to 6 multiplied by 8 plus 3. And this is equal to 48 plus 3, which is equal to 51. I'm going to write what we want here. X equals 8 and angle JCL equals 51 degrees. Now, if PCW, here, if PCW, this angle is equal to 4B minus 6. And the measure of WCR and WCR, this one, is equal to 3B plus 2. Find the measure of WCR. He wants the measure of this angle. He gave me here that this angle is equal to that angle. It's put on the drawing, okay? Then I'm going to write here that 3B plus 2 equals to 4B minus 6. I'm going to find my B. I'm going to move the 3B to the other side to become a negative. So this is equal to B. And I'm going to move the negative 6 to the other side to become positive 6 plus 2. It will be 8. My B is equal to 8. And he wants this angle, WCR, is equal to 3 multiplied by B, which is 8, plus 2. And this is equal to 24 plus 2, which is 26. Then here, my B is equal to 8, and my angle WCR is equal to 26. Now let's look at the third example. If the measure of NCP to 5K minus 8, and the measure of NCW, this whole one, is equal to 8K plus. He wants the measure of PCW. He wants this one. Now, I have an equation that states that 8K plus 2 is equal to 2 multiplied by 5K minus 8. Why? Because this angle is equal to that angle. So I can just say that it's 5K minus 8 plus 5K minus 8, or 5K minus 8 times 2. Now, I'm going to solve this equation. Now I can put 8K plus 2 equals 10K minus 16. I just distribute the 2 among the bracket, although there is another easier way, but I won't confuse you now of it. Now, I'm going to move the 8k to the other side by negative 8k. So this will leave me with 10k minus 8k, which is 2k, equals to plus 16, which is equal to 18. Then my k is equal to 9. And he wants angle PCW, the angle PCW, which is equal to angle NCP, 5k minus 8. We can substitute the k in it to be 5 multiplied by 9 minus 8, which is equal to, all of this can be done by the calculator, minus, which is equal to 37. Now, number 10. If the measure of PCW, if he gave me the measure of this angle, equals 7G, and the measure of WCR is equal to 5G plus 14, then find the measure of WCR. Now, we know that these two angles are equal from the drawing, the same sign. Then 7G is equal to 5G plus 14. Then we move the 5G to the other side by a negative sign. It will be 2G equals 14. Divide by 2, G equals 7. This was my first part. Now, he wants the angle WCR is equal to 5G plus 14 plus G, or equals to 5 times 7, 7 plus 14, which is equal to 35 plus 14, and this is equal to 49. So my angle, which was this angle, a WCR is equal to 49. And I would have got it easily. The two angles are equal, so I can just bring it from 7G equals 7 multiplied by 7, which is 49 still. Now, number 11. Number 11, if the measure of JCN, this whole angle, is equal to 8R minus 2. And the measure of LCN, N, which is this part, is equal to 3R plus 15. Find the measure of JCL. He wants this one. Okay. Then the whole one, which is 8R minus 2, is equal to twice the 3R plus 15, as they are bisected and they are equal. Then it's easy to divide all of the items by 2 first to make the equation easier. So 8R divided by 2 will leave me with 4R, minus 2 divided by 2 is 1, equals 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I have my bracket as it is without multiplying by anything. Now, I put the r's together. This will move to the other side by negative 3r. So 4r minus 3r will leave me with an r, equals 15 plus 1, because it's moved to the other side, so it will be equal to 16. Okay, then my r is equal to 16. R equals 16. And he wants this angle, which is exactly equal to the other angle. So 3r plus 15, I can substitute with 16, and this is equal to 48 plus 15, which is equal to 63. And my angle is 63. And my last question here if the measure of NCP, here the last one, this angle, is equal to 2y plus 10, and the measure of PCW, which is this one, is equal to 4y minus 10. Find the measure of PCW. He wants the measure of this one. Now, in order to find the measure, we must find the unknown first. So, 2y plus 10 is equal to 4y minus 10, because CP is the bisector of this angle. So, I move the 2 to the other side. It will give me -2, so this will leave me with 2y equals 10 plus 10, which is equal to 20. So my y is equal to 10. And he wants the angle, so 4y minus 10. We're going to substitute with the 10 minus 10. And this will give me 40 minus 10, which is equal to 30. يبقى my y here is equal to 10, and angle PCW is equal to 30 degrees. And like this, we finish the worksheet. If there is anything that you don't understand from the first time, you can just repeat it and try to solve it again. But please don't leave anything without 100% understanding it.